Hey, it's Jody Taylor of Snacky Says. Welcome back to my podcast, the Snacky Says podcast. Today I am chatting about 3 time-sensitive offers. One of them is from Ruth Ridgway, and the other 2 are from Kenz Solomon. I've spoken about Ruth and Kenz quite a bit this year. They're content creators, course creators, and creative entrepreneurs. Let's hop on into it. So, if you are interested in Kenz's offers, Podcastify It if you want to start a private podcast or public podcast, and Marketplace Superstar if you want to create and sell your first but not your last Udemy course, then these 2 offers are for you. So Kenz is currently doing a rebrand. If you purchase these 2 courses before June 24th, you will save $100 on each course. Marketplace Superstar, again, that is going to help you create and sell courses on the Udemy platform. That's currently $333. And she's adding some things to Marketplace Superstar. So for example, her current Udemy account, as an instructor, she has tens of thousands of students. She's going to start as an experiment. For 100 days, she's starting a brand new Udemy account just to see how it grows. And she is going to include that in Marketplace Superstar if you purchase it before June 24th. If not, it's going to be a standalone course, which I think will be interesting either way. Next up, Podcastify It. This is what I use to launch my first private podcast, and I also have public podcasts on that platform. When I say that platform, I'm referring to Bcast. So when you buy this Podcastify It course, it comes with Bcast where you can host your podcast, whether they're private or public. Now, I will say I've been using the course, chef's kiss, no problems there at all. Bcast, the platform, it's a lifetime membership. It's included with the course. The hiccups I've experienced with Bcast are around customer service. When things work, they really work. I actually I have Snacky Says podcast on Substack, and I have the Quick Story podcast on Bcast. And I have to say, in terms of downloads, in just 6 months, I'm already at way over 7,000 podcast downloads on Bcast. So I love that. I put something out, and it's not every single episode, but it'll take off. I'll give you an example. I put the same episode on both platforms and talking about Ruth Ridgway's $9 experiment, which is no longer $9, but I'll talk about that in a moment. The podcast episode on Bcast has 1,800 downloads. I think it might be 2,000. The same podcast episode on Snacky Says has, ready for it, 16 downloads. So that alone, to me, is worth the price of admission and the hiccups with customer service, because it's interesting to see the different levels of reach. That is not for every episode, but it's just interesting. So something to keep in mind. I wanted to be upfront about that. There are other options for podcast hosting platforms. For the money, I don't think you're going to find a better deal. If you find one, let me know. But it's hard to beat a lifetime, a once in a lifetime, a one-time payment that's for a lifetime. And I also know that Bcast has been updating their platform, so that might be part of the hiccups that I've experienced. But again, something to note. Okay, so that's Podcastify It. And I think I just want to check one more thing. Oh, so for Podcastify It, the thing that she's going to add that's new, that Kenz is going to add, is that she's going to be sharing the behind the scenes of her asynchronous interview setup. So I did an interview with Kenz a few months ago on her podcast, and it was asynchronous. She literally sent me the questions in like an app, and I answered those questions. But when you listen to the podcast, it's kind of hard to believe that we were, back and forth interviewing at the same time. So I'm actually looking forward to that. To hear about her interview setup and how you can use that for audio summits and customer reviews, etc. It's probably going to be standalone again if you don't purchase it before June 24th. All of the information will be available in the show notes and, of course, on Kenz's website. Again, that will be in the show notes. So just a quick recap for Ken's. Her prices are going up June 24th. So now is really the best time, if you're listening to this before June 24th, to get in at this price. She's also going to have a kind of fun game where if you buy anything from her, not just these two things I mentioned, you'll be automatically entered in a drawing, and 5 winners will win a one-on-one Telegram mentoring with her for the rest of 2024. So that's almost 6 months. Okay, last but not least, Ruth Ridgway. So again, I've done a couple of podcast episodes and posts about Ruth's 100K experiment, which was first billed as a controversial experiment. It really is one of a kind. It's real-time, behind-the-scenes diary of her journey to generating $100,000 in passive income sales within 1 year. So this includes a private podcast feed. She's going to be sharing her investment strategy, a weekly diary. Right now it's going out every Friday, and income reports and monthly recaps. For me, I find this so inspirational. I can't wait to get the email on Friday mornings that her new post is out. And I'm doing my own micro version of this. I find it inspiring, motivational, and for me, it feels like a weekly call to action. I mean, I'm literally looking at my little micro business diary here, and that's all because Ruth put this idea in my head, and it's been really fun and interesting to follow along. So I'm gonna look for the current price because I want to get this right. One moment. Okay, here we go. So it's currently $47, and it is going to go up to $97 on June 19th. So the 100K experiment will be $97. However, during launch week, which is the period that I'm recording this, you can get it for just $47. So go ahead and purchase it. If you purchase it, unlike with Kenz's offers, on the back end, it's already set up where you're automatically going to get an email with the bonus where you can just go ahead and get my Udemy course for free. The link and promo code will be attached once you purchase the 100K experiment. Okay, I said it'd be short and sweet. That's it. I have been enjoying these courses, this content. I've spoken about it, and I wanted to circle back and speak about both of these or all 3 of these again, because the prices are going up. So just in case you were interested and you were thinking about it before, now is really, truly the best time to buy. If you have any questions or concerns, there will be a link in the show notes. If you're on Substack, you can just DM me. Otherwise, you can shoot me an email at jodie@snackysays.com, JODDIE@snackysays.com. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day and take care. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and please share with a friend or 3. Thank you, thank you, thank you.